There are many, many doggies in the whole wide world, all different shapes and sizes. They will piddle up the lamppost at the corner of the streets whilst doing exercises. With an innocent expression and a wagging of their tail, they'll try to shag your leg. And they'll sit and lick their winkle while you're talking to a girl that you're trying to get in bed. If I ever get the feeling that I'm going to be attacked, or I'm worried that somebody will accost me, I look down for my protection. He is ready to react as he piddles round the bottom of an oak tree. An oak tree that's here to hide behind. A bigger coward you won't find. The only thing he cares about is shagging all the time, just like his owner. Sometimes the weather's fine, we just stop and sit. I take a little bag along and fill it up with shit. I've had him since he was a pup, soon after he was born. And one thing I can tell you is he's always got the horn. Sunday morning we just stroll along where the babbling river flows. I like the summer when the days are long, but if he can't eat or shag it, he don't want to know. If somebody's got a picnic where my doggy is a knave, put it where it's low enough for nibbling. The only thing to be remembered if you want your picnic saved is never trust a doggy that is dribbling. The journey from your plate your sandwich has to make, you shouldn't undertake too slow. He may be laying in the sun, but like a bullet from a gun, it's sandwich death row. And when it's time to say goodbye, and he goes to that kennel in the sky, I will sit alone and cry, because he was my doggy. I had the reputation as a bit of a flirt. My friends said that I didn't mind whoever I hurt. People thought I was having fun, but I was looking for that special one, the one I could be faithful to. At last I found that one is you, are the one I adore. You are the one I've been waiting for. It's about time now I have found my search is at an end. I was resigned to my fate, past myself by date. I'd had about enough for spouting out about love. When I met you, I could not forget you. In my heart I knew I'm a one-girl fella who would never tell you we're through. That way leads me to disaster. This time it's gonna be happy ever after. For me and you, love came out of the blue. You are the one I adore. You are the one I've been waiting for. It's about time now I found my search is at an end. I was resigned to my fate, past myself by date. I'd had about enough for spouting out about love. When I met you, I could not forget you. In my heart I knew I'm a one-girl fella who would never tell you we're through. That way leads me to disaster. This time it's gonna be happy ever after. For me and you, love came out of the blue.
Like the spinning wheel turns around, I have lost what I thought I'd found, and the legacy of her memory whispers softly, remember, remember. Like the seasons that come and go, like the tide as it ebbs and flows, changing constantly, unpredictably, and relentlessly calling me, calling me. I didn't have anything till she believed in me. I didn't have anything until she set me free. I just want to say before going away what I wanted to say for so long. I didn't have anything until she came along. Sun and moon and the movement of time eclipse memories that color my mind, but the legacy of her memory whispers softly, remember, remember. Now the cards have been dealt and played, I have lost, but again I gained the inheritance of remembrance and the sense that she's calling me, calling me. I didn't to say before going away what I wanted to say for so long. I didn't have anything until she came along. Till she believed in me. I didn't have anything until she set me free. I just want to say before going away what I've wanted to say for so long. I didn't have anything until she came along. Anything until she came along. I didn't have anything until she came along.
While shopping at Asda's for a t-shirt one day, as I looked down the rails, an assistant did say, well, here's a nice t-shirt. I said, it looks small. He said, don't be silly, it's one size fits all. When I arrived home, it was peaceful that day, so I turned on the TV to watch a short play. Was it the Labour or the Tories in a large conference hall? And they were trying to pass laws where it was one size fits all. On holy days we always pray without doubt, pitying poor unbelievers left out. Then the priest will forgive them, 'cause it's God's holy rule. And when you've got religion, it's just one size fits all. We smash things together until they're very small. Then we analyse them backwards to see where they fall. Then we send probes to Mars and the scientists call for a unified theory where one size fits all. I've got an idea and I think it's quite cool. For a moment imagine there's no golden rule, and that everyone's right and we know nothing at all, and that there's more than one truth, one size doesn't fit all. And who says you can't love two people at once? Love isn't like gas that runs out at the pumps, and the essence of being has no boundary wall, and the universe lives in the souls of us all. I'm tired of renting a room in the town. Wish I could move to the country and settle down, but there's no money in the pot. The more I work, the less I got. If I was a millionaire, we could buy a house somewhere and live the simple life together. The world would not intrude on our secret rendezvous. I spend my like to ponder when everything is said and hard. The years pass by the door, we stay like we were before. It's just a dream. Sometimes I dream. Let's run away and start all over again. Let's not tell Facebook or phone any friends. Let's tell the banks to just get lost. Let's stop the world and just get off. If I was a millionaire, we could buy a house somewhere and live the simple life together. The world would not intrude on our secret rendezvous. I spend my days just loving you. It's just a dream I like to ponder when everything is said and hard. The years pass by the door, we stay like we were before. It's just a dream. Sometimes I dream. Clouds gather, we're in for stormy weather. Out over the hills, the birds fly from nearby fields. I follow, I turn up my coat collar and make my way home, avoiding the coming storm. The winding lane that's leading me reflects the moon where the rain has been. The track I'm on leads to a farm where some million streets of gold. When trouble is near and nobody's here, and the sky turns to grey from blue, when the sun is sinking slow and the clouds start to grow, I concentrate on you. Where the land meets the sky, where the buzzards will fly, where the snow-covered mountains look blue, where the wind sings the songs of the days that are gone, then I concentrate on you. It may be nothing, but whenever life comes closing in, I look inside myself and I can see you shining through the smoke rings of time. My memories unwind, and the past and the present I view. When I can't tell if I'm in a dream or real time, then I concentrate on you. Where I know I was born in the eye of a storm, so let chaos and trouble ensue, I will not be destroyed as I gaze in the void, 'cause I concentrate on you. It's nothing but my memory smolders to a dull regret. I look inside myself and I can see your silhouette. All I'm trying to say in this hand-fisted way, and I know that my rhymes are not new, but as I walk to the abyss, I take one last goodbye kiss as I concentrate on you. I remember you from all those years ago. I remember you from your younger days. Thunder and lightning was in your life. Your mind was as sharp as a whetted knife. I remember you in your wild days. You couldn't sit still for a minute. Open and free, you terrified me, and I have to admit it. I remember you when the rain came down like steroids. I remember you when the rain came the force of nature, young and new. Through the open fields you flew, on a mission you never knew. I remember you. Now we are old and we walk together down the wooded lane to a cottage through the wild wood after walking in the morning rain. People now could not see how you could not be controlled by me. You made me so angry sometimes, but I loved you because you were free. It was a night to remember. Stunning what the dress you wore. You came out of the night and into the light, and I saw you by that open door. It was a night to remember. There was none like it before. Though vision has made an impression that stayed as that night by that open door. Many dreams have haunted man. They came and went somehow. Now it seems one is lodged in my dreams, and I see you even now. It was a night to remember, one that I could not ignore. It was just one of those times that sticks out in your mind, and I saw you by that open door. Many dreams have haunted man. They came and went somehow. Now it seems one eyes lodged in my dreams, and I see you even now. It was a night to remember, one that I could not ignore. Just one of those times that sticks out in your mind, and I saw you by that open door. There was nothing, there was nothing. I swam in space, trapped in a timeless world, till Earth's gravity pulled me down. I hit the ground and looked around and found you standing there. You made me into Superman, I don't lie at all. Just hold my hand, I'll walk through solid brick walls. Name your disaster and I'll be right there. In 10 or 15 seconds I come flying through the air. There was nothing, there was nothing. No light or shade could reach me out in space. The world turned different shades of grey. I was hit by gamma rays that made me crazy. Baby, you made me into Superman, and I'll tell you true, we can watch the sun eclipsing from the seas on the moon. You have the power to change and make it alright, as I'm flying through the city catching criminals, breaking up fights. Picture the evening sky, you're walking home after a dance. Across the moon something catches your eye. It's Superman heading west. Anything can happen tonight. There was nothing, there was nothing. I swam in space, trapped in a timeless world, till Earth's gravity pulled me down. I hit the ground and looked around, and there was nothing, there was nothing. You gave my life a new identity, a secret half that made it whole. Full X-ray vision, I was given powers 15-fold. You made me into Superman, and I'll tell you right, I can wrap you in the quilted earth for covers at night. Make clouds your pillows when you're deep in your dreams. The velvet diamond sky can keep you safe from the evils you've seen. I knew Jack and Jill before they knew each other. You could tell there was something in the air. It was really strange the way they graduated to each other. Everyone could see they made the perfect pair. I watched them fall in love. It was wonderful to see, but there's no moon or star above that could light the way for me. They say that love can cool at any time at all. patience is wearing thin. When it knocks, there's no one in. Monday morning starts the same. I get on that morning train. Same old station in the same old town. I know where the lovers meet and kiss each other in the street as I catch the crowded underground. There's a garden with a view that waits for me and who knows who, where we can share our memories as the sun sinks in the trees. But maybe it's not meant to be that somebody like me was meant to hold somebody tight and say, my love, sleep well, good night. I'm not clever enough to be a poet. I could never write a novel, a book, and I know it. Well, that's the thing. I try to write songs I can sing, but I've got a secret I have to reveal. It's going to sound stupid, but it's just how I feel. So be kind. I'd like to tell you that I'm available for cuddling, in case anybody wants to know, because I am sure I'm the best cuddler, even though I do say so. I don't know how I do it. It comes naturally, you see. But if you've got the talent, you have to use it or lose it. That's what they tell me. The thing I like about cuddling, it don't cost a lot to sit. You just snuggle up and then you cuddle up, then you wiggle about a bit. Everyone should have someone to cuddle for themselves. I personally think it's a natural instinct and it should be on the national health. I know you can't solve all your problems lying in each other's arms, but I think it's fair to say at the end of the day it can't do any harm. So this is where my romance ends. I guess I might as well jump in the Thames. But some bright spark would pull me out again. It's times like this a fella needs a friend. When I was young and life was new, I would recover when my heart was broken too. But now I try and fix it with some super glue. I guess that means that I'm still stuck on you. Have I wandered alone with my heart somewhere else? Have I stared into the night, wishing I was someone else? I met you once, I met you twice. The second time I met you, you were twice as nice. But now you seem to me as cold as ice. Won't someone give me some advice? Nobody told me. Nobody said. Some things I've seen in this old world, I would like to forget. Bring round here a bottle of beer. If I got some friends left, let's get them round here and walk into oblivion off the Brighton Pier, to a watery grave when there's no one near. In the daytime I'm busy and I'm dizzy with work. I'm a man with a happy-go-lucky outlook. But in the evenings I'm longing to share more with someone I really could care for. Lovely love, I long for you. I sleep, I dream, I write songs for you. When day wakes me, I still pursue a love to last my whole life through. Someone to fill my emptiness, someone to hold me and caress, someone to share my dreams and my desires, someone Who can make my loneliness a memory? She'd be my woman and I'd be her man. We'll walk into the sunset hand in hand. She'll never know how hard I try until the day I see her walking down the aisle. Alone I'll laugh, alone I'll cry, alone I'll live, and alone I'll die. A lovely love, I long for you until that day when I belong to you. I will be waiting here, so please hurry soon, so your lovely love can see me through. Lost and alone all night, all night, all night through. Panic awakes me in moonlight, in my room light come shining through, holding out for something that I know will hold true, holding out for someone I can give my love to. Morning relentlessly wakes me and then makes me start anew. Sadness will soon overtake me. I can break free. What can I do? My life was all about survival. I tried so hard to break through. I tried so hard, but I failed to. I apologize to you. If I could turn the clock back to that day when we were together, how did it all crumble away? Empty and cold as the day is long, I got my curtains drawn in my flat. Friends come around, they don't understand, and they say offhand how things apart from that. I say I'm searching for redemption, a truth that runs through my veins. I say I'm searching for a reason, but all my searching is in vain. All my searching is in vain. The moving hand writes, and having written, moves on. This is an autobiography in the shape of a song. It's my message in a bottle I'm sending through time, from the past to the future, hoping someone will find. I was born in South London after the Second World War, the youngest of three. Ma had lost 4 kids before, but 2 sisters survived with no father at home, as I played in the gutters and lived in a slum. As a child I recall I was left all alone for 3 days and nights, no TV and no phone, no food in the cupboard, neglected and cold. I was lonely and scared, only 7 years old. My oldest sister got married to a fella named Ray. She had a new baby, one on the way. But one day as a builder he fell off the scaffold. When he died my sister was pregnant and 19 years old. So I took to thieving, we were as poor as church mouse, till my sister got the insurance from the death of her spouse. So we moved up to Nunhead, to Telegraph Hill. There was a park and some trees, I remember it still. My sister remarried, then one day they say, we're all emigrating, you can go or you can stay. So I stayed in Peckham, I was 18 years old, and I slept under the scout hut at the top of the road. Well, in 1960, peace and love filled the air. They say if you can remember it, you weren't really there. But there was no peace or love for me, no friends I could meet. I turned into a tramp and I lived on the street. So don't ask me what happened, but things got quite tough. So I had to find something or someone to love. So I made a girl pregnant and we married for show, but at least I had a direction and somewhere to go. So at 21 then, with a son and a wife, I had to do something to make a new life. So I worked in construction with a hammer and saw, all the hours God sent to keep the wolves from the door. My mother returned from abroad on her own, and we lived all together in Manthorpe Road. It takes too long to tell you how the next 20 years fly. till my wife and I split and my mother had died. Maggie Thatcher was in power, the recession's no joke. I was then 43, I was dyslexic and broke. No mother, no family, no money to spend. It just seems that you can't change your fate in the end. But I have to stop somewhere, there's too much to tell. So I finished my song in 2012. And across the mist of time, I've tried to reach out a hand from someone whose name has been written in sand. From someone whose name has been written in sand.
When you are lost and the way is gone, and you don't know where you are, when the blues becomes your only song, your dreams to a star. When trouble overwhelms you, and the nearest step becomes too far, you are stronger than you ever knew. Fix your dreams to a star. When wise men say you do not belong, and that your dreaming won't take you very far, to prove that even wise men can be wrong, fix your dreams to a star. So if sadness becomes a friend to you, remember that promise we made at the start. I will never leave you. My love is true. Fix your dreams to a star. Fix your dreams to a star.
No one was getting reception, the airwaves were clogging up everyone's laptop and phone. The government set out to find out the problem. Somebody had to know what's going on. They found 90% of all England was covered in bullshit, so they get a bloke from the Met something about it. They set up equipment to monitor where this shipment of bullshit was coming from and who was making it. After they measured air pressure completely, the learning professor said, I clearly see all of this bullshit is from James O'Brien at a radio station called LBC. He pumps out crap every morning. They say we just can't stop him talking. His skin is so thick, nothing can penetrate it. They try to inject him with BBC, but it don't affect him. It's clear his verbal diarrhea is blocking up the nation's air. James O'Brien will never get it, I sing. When I see two short planks, I think of him. He should have phoned him, and he calls it debate, but it's just a lecture, and that's what I hate. I was looking for a girlfriend, but my self-esteem was low. One day I met a lady who seemed very nice, you know, but my experience with women had left me insecure. I was terrified of saying something wrong when I'm with her. I only had to look at her, and she would always take offence. Don't mention child benefits or women's rights or common sense. She's got some tattoos on her knuckles that are reading love and hate. She calls herself a lady, but that's just a question of debate. She tells her kids that she's depressed. She says that life is just a drag. But there's all kinds of contraceptives free. She can put some in her bag. She doesn't have to be a single mother if she don't wanna be, but still, well, it's the council or some desperate bloke somewhere that pays the bill. She goes on Twitter to complain. She says that women should unite. She says that she's oppressed by men and must defend her human rights. But what about the blokes that slog all day for pay that barely lasts a week? They're just as oppressed and trapped and milked until their pippies start to squeak. No matter what you do for her, she'll not be content, you know. She wants to get a fella, she wants to be alone. She'll never get a boyfriend who will stay with her until She learns people only like you depending on the way you make them feel. What you doing on Wednesday at 7 o'clock? I can be good company if you decide to call on me. But if you're busy and you got some things to do, find a way where I could spend some time with you. What you doing on Friday or Saturday night? There's a thing with some geezer in, and I have been invited in. We can stop in if you want and say hello. It's just an evening with some friends. You never know, you might enjoy the show. When it's time for us to leave, we could walk the long way home and talk about the birds and bees. What you're thinking is he thinks that I'm really cool. But what I'm thinking is I think that she's really cool. Well, it would be nice to waste some time doing nothing at all. But I will understand if you've got something planned that you have to do. But please let me say, before I go away, meeting you today has been okay. A friend of mine retired and decided with his wife to go away on holiday after working all his life. And just as he was leaving, he lifted up his head and he said, "How is it going, John?" As I waved goodbye, I said, I'm sliding down the greasy pole of life. Although I have been working all my life, as you're flying off to Spain, you won't hear me complain. I'm sliding down the greasy pole of life. You like your time together and you've got a brand new car. I'm glad your life is working out, what a lucky man you are. There's no point in me telling you or trying to explain. So I grin and say, well done, as my life runs right down the drain. I'm sliding down the greasy pole of life. as you taxi out of sight, drinking champagne on your flight. I'm sliding down the greasy pole of life. When you fly off to Australia, I felt a proper failure. But I must say, fair play to ya, goodbye, I'll be the same to ya. If I had another friend, I'd never talk to you again. I'm sliding down the greasy pole, not a Francis of Assisi scroll. I'm sliding down the greasy pole of life. I'm sliding down the greasy pole of life. Although I have been working all my life, as you fly off through the clouds, I melt into the airport crowds. I'm sliding down the greasy pole of life. Some folks like to go away on holiday to far off places. Some folks like to go to restaurants, pay a fortune for their places. They can keep their fancy ways, their recipes and their holidays. If they leave me all alone in the peace and quiet of my home, relaxing in the great indoors. Some blows go out racing cars or making noises on guitars. They all think that they are stars. I listen hard to them, but can't understand a single word they sing. I give up, but I still give them applause and go home to the great indoors. On TV, in the jungle, surviving on a piece of fungal. That to me don't seem like fun. All I can say is cheers to that loser Ray Mears. When he's off exploring the equator, I just think I'll see you later. Every now and then I go to the kitchen. There are people living on the streets and shivering, but I go in the great indoors. On their push bikes dressed in lycra, mowing down a lonely hiker. They do it just because they like to wear them cameras on their heads. They look like Teletubbies, and instead of going out to where the traffic roars, they should stay in the great indoors. There are homeless people trapped in wars, but I live in a country that has laws. Thank you, God, for the great indoors. Well, I love that particular combination of energy and matter that is you. I love the way your molecules fit together like the feather of a seabird's plume. I like the way your neutrons spins around your protons, the way you move through time and space. I love every particle that makes up every article. There's nothing anybody could replace. I left a tear in your orbit. I thought it would be cool. It was a shadow of a heart-shaped kiss. But to you I'm a neutrino that has come and gone and been. Oh, I'm sad, oh, you don't know that I exist. String wouldn't be a theory if we tied the knot, my dearie. You're as lovely as the Milky Way. And on our honeymoon to Saturn, I would analyse each atom and give you some of my DNA. So don't go looking for attention in a parallel dimension. Pay no attention to what people say. Don't you get another lover from this world or another, or a galaxy that's far, far away. Don't get a wham bam, thank you man with a plan. With me you can relax with all your clothes on. I know you think I stink and I'm the missing link, but I'm the man they call the Higgs boson. I went to see the doctor, I was sad and depressed. I said Labour's plans for England are in a right mess. He said I can solve that problem with a new pair of shades. I said that won't change anything. He said you'd be amazed. You'll be looking at the world through rose-coloured glasses. You'll get a better view of everything that passes. You'll see the sunshine when others see the rain. The news is bad, the world's gone mad. You're feeling sad, the doctor said. Forget your troubles with the rose-coloured glasses. You'll make the sinners look like saints with this new optimistic glass as England disappears up its own arse. You'll think you've made it when LBC debate it and say it supports the working class. The view is just amazing with the rose-coloured glasses. You won't see global warming or the lower classes. Whenever you're depressed, they help you carry on. When you're blue, what you should do is put these rosy glasses on. One side effect of wearing rose-coloured glasses. Once your love life was a tragedy. Once your girlfriend said you was fat. Now she just gets on her back with these rose-coloured glasses. Her knickers go where France is. It enhances your chances of that.
Serious wallowing, be on my own, leave the blues that's been following me for days, and lie in the haze, I'm relaxing. I wanna turn back the sheets on my single slumberland, drift away to never, neverland. I plan to stew in the views of the blues, I'm relaxing. Friendship's a rip-off. The world is like a zoo. I'm gonna hang around with Rip Van Winkle, and you know what you can do. I'm turning up tonight. I get so negative, out of sight. I feel so sensitive, I'm gonna cut the crap. At the sack, I'm relaxing. Friendship's a rip-off. The world is like a zoo. I'm gonna hang around with Rip Van Winkle, and you know what you can do. I'm turning off tonight. I get so negative, out of sight. I feel so sensitive, I'm gonna cut the crap. At the sack, I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing. I'm relaxing. Ooh, I'm relaxing. Ooh, I'm relaxing. Ooh, I'm
I would like to empower my girlfriend by plugging her into the mains. She's got a fat bum, so she'd hold enough charge for a mobile phone on a train. To charge her up quickly, I just plug her into the bar for a couple of quid. When that woman starts drinking, she sucks down more juice than the whole of the national grid. She worked as a cleaner and sometimes I seen her, so I asked her out for a date. At 6 in the morning her bus would pull in and she walked through the factory gate. But she wanted more, so she went on the game. Her workmate said she's thick as a plank, but now she drinks Pina Coladas in Spain and she laughs all the way to the bank. I went to see her on my motorbike. I took a holiday just for a week. She said she despised men who like to be liked. They are insecure, shallow and weak. They're boring, they never say anything new, and I kinda think that she's right. We drank Pina Coladas and looked at the view from her porch in the heat of the night. We had no desire to share the same room, it was lovely to see her again. We didn't care who had been sleeping with who, we just talked about old times. And then when I got back home, the routine carried on as I walked past the factory wall. It was 6 in the morning, her friend would clock on, and then one of them gave me a call. She said, the girls in the factory all talk about you, what you go out and visit her for? She was one of them girls who thought they knew it all. She just had to stick in her oar. Then she went back to work through the factory gate to clock on for minimum wage. And I thought of you sitting there on your estate, drinking pina coladas in Spain. If you ever need some money, you can call on me, 'cause in my garden I have got a lovely money tree. You don't need to pay me back, it doesn't matter much to me. Just snap a branch or twig, because it's growing there for free. My friend was on the breadline, called me up to see if he could get some money from my money tree. I said, that's not a problem, you can hack it all you want. I can easily make more money in the summer when it's hot. The lady from next door said her car's broke down and she has got to get some money. She can pay me back with ease. It's cash flow, that's the problem. Her finances are squeezed. There's a check, she goes, it's in the post. It's all being guaranteed. One spring I looked out of the window and my tree had died. There was no more fruit, there was no more money on the tree outside. The moral of this story is old as time itself. Next time I get some money, I'm gonna keep it to myself. The fruit of all my labor has withered on the vine. Between being helpful and being stupid, there's a thin dividing line. So look after yourself, you better think twice. If you ain't got no money, all you can give is advice. I have to tell you something, and I hope you understand. Now we're not together and you're with another man, but I still love you madly, and it's hard for me, my dear. When I see you now, I hide until the coast is clear. At night I go back to my room. It's cold and it smells of your perfume, so I open the windows 'cause I'm trying to be practical. 'Cause it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. I won't pretend you don't affect me, but the problem on my mind is how can you expect me to love you and forget you at the same time? I try to control myself and take things day by day, but lately all my confidence just seems to drain away. And if I bump into you, it just makes the matters worse. If I go on like this, I think my head is going to burst. Your life goes along happily. You tell your friends you're over me, but if you feel anything of the love that we used to share, don't tell me anything about any of your love affairs. I know now that I can't avoid you, but please let your heart be kind, 'cause I would be overjoyed too if I could love you and forget you at the same time. If I could love you and forget you at the same time. There are many lovely women, a delight to the eye. They would make a perfect partner for any man to try. I don't envy their relationships, I wish them all the best. But when it comes to love and romance, I will leave it to the rest. Because I choose to live alone, it don't mean that I'm blue. Believe me, I have had my share, and I've had your share too. I never run with the crowd, I keep my distance, and I found that while my world keeps spinning round, I'd like to say to you, I'm a happy kind of bachelor. I live all alone in an ordinary house, in an ordinary road. You would pass me in the street, and you'd never know that I'm living the easy life. I'm a happy kind of bachelor, and I'll stay that way till my ex-wife stops spreading the rumor that I'm mentally ill, and I'm leaving all my money to my dog in my will, 'cause I'm living the easy life. The grass is green and the sun is gold. The summer's hot and the winter's cold. I've turned my back on the life that I've known. I'll go anywhere now as long as it's forward. You know, I'm a happy kind of bachelor. I've turned over that new leaf. I still go out with women, though it's hard to believe, as long as they don't need ironing and they've got their own teeth. 'Cause I've got no trouble and strife, 'cause I'm living the easy life. Living the easy life. Inside your boudoir, mauve and blue, I dreamt in black silk sheets with you. Our heart-shaped smoke rings linked into a chain, drifted to the window frame. Red velvet curtains hung on poles, embossed with music notes in gold. We lay in silence as our changing moods wove tapestries round your rooms. Your cigarette smoke reached the ceiling. Your whispered poems filled my mind. Your heart had turned into a teardrop from the past when your love was blind. A baroque mirror on the wall, Beethoven playing down the hall. The crescent moon viewed from your balcony seemed to sink into the bosom of the sea. Was this the beginning or an ending? The mystic night mixed with the wine. You gave your love without pretending. Being together was no crime. Somewhere in space I hang suspended, not really knowing what to do. I thought my dreams of love had ended until last night when I met you.
When boy meets girl, it's such a fast. There's no way of knowing what will come to pass. Is the girl that you long for a love that will last? You're left with your instinct, so you try not to think. To be as honest as you can seems to be the best plan. Through the crowd in the street moved a lovely female, looking as stately and majestic as a ship in full sail. If I said what I wanted, I would end up in jail. She was everything that a woman should be. She was a beautiful woman, I have to admit. I'd like to dip her in chocolate and love her to bits until I've melted her heart and my wits. She was everything that a woman should be. She looked feminine, she could hypnotize men with them come-to-bed eyes. I asked if I could just tag along, my honesty was a mistake, you see. She soon realized I just couldn't stop talking as we went walking on. I said, don't give me all this rubbish about intelligent minds. I forget my Greek and Latin when I see you behind. She said, if you try and touch it, it's a 50-pound fine. She was everything that a woman should be. I never know what to talk about with the girls that I meet. I always seem to say something wrong, and from the jaws of victory I snatched a defeat. She must have been offended. She ended up walking on. Now I'm sitting in this courtroom with my personal tale. Next time I'll be more careful when I talk to a girl. Before I open up my mouth, I'll stop and think for a spell. So, Your Honor, try and believe
Once on a hill lived the Moon King. He sat on a throne made of jade. His cloak was made out of velvet, and he was Lord and Master to all he surveyed. He shook the stars from his long black beard every evening when the moon was bright. They floated out to the heaven, a servant of God in the night. In her castle the queen of the day made the sunrise. Her eyes were as blue as the skies. Her tears were the dew in the morning, and her dreams were the bluebirds that fly in the sky. King Neptune can make the ocean roar, and the North and the South poles freeze. But there's a power far greater controlling their destinies. Once on a hill in the morning mist, the queen of the day and the Moon King kissed, and her fingers touched his lonely heart, for they were always together and always apart. Laugh and the world laughs with you. Weep and you weep alone, for the sad old earth must borrow its mirth, but has trouble enough of its own. Sing and the hills will answer, sigh, it is lost on the air, for the echo rebounds to a joyful sound, but shrieks from a voice in care. Rejoice and men will seek you, grieve and they'll turn to gold. They want full measure of all of your pleasure, but they don't need your tale of woe. Be glad and friends are many, be sad and you lose them all. There are none to decline your nectared wine, but when you're alone you must drink life's gall. So feast and your halls are crowded. If you fast, the world goes by. Succeed and give, it helps you live, but nobody can help you die, 'cause there's room in the halls of pleasure for a long and lordly train. But one by one we must all file on through that narrow aisle of pain. Whenever life just gets me down, there's something in me so profound that keeps me firmly on the ground and sane. A little rhyme, a bit absurd, at some point somewhere I had heard. I won't repeat it word for word today. And though I never sing it bright and breezy, I just hum it to myself, 'cause it is easy. And round my mind it goes, I sing it but nobody knows. It percolates right through my bones, ingrained. Slowly all my worries flow away, and as I look around me it becomes a better day. And I realise the power of song that makes me want to carry on too far beyond the limits of my pain. Somebody somewhere I had heard had never sang a single word, and music never opened up their heart. One day was in a frightful mess when walking. He was so depressed he feared he would begin to fall apart. What sickness paralysed his sense of humour? What drug was on the market that could lance this tumour? Nothing made by man or beast could offer him a quick release, till the music sweetly kissed his brain and heart. And sweet as birdsong, soft as a feathered wing, it folded round his soul, and slowly he began to sing. And the healing power of music eased the trouble he was in. This legend's happy ending is true without pretending, 'cause music has the power to set you free.